Good morning to you, welcome. It's Wright Travel and Travel News, and this story was in the Mail Online, and it's a disabled man, 82-year-old, who died at Gatwick Airport when he fell backwards down an escalator. Having seen the picture, which is the escalator, I can see why he would have fell backwards and died. It's quite a big escalator. The reasons for it we'll go into right now. So here we are looking at this story, quite a horrific story. I mean, bear in mind that he's 82 and travelling, but he sustained fatal injuries after falling at Gatwick Airport. So here's the story. It is, of course, eyewitnesses said that he'd grown tired of the delays and fell down the escalator. It comes as Britain's busiest airports were hit with huge queues. Gatwick apologised as a quadriplegic woman was stranded on a flight for an hour. Well, I can testify to that. Disabled passenger fell to his death after growing frustrated whilst waiting for assistance off an EasyJet flight. The man had been waiting for help to disembark as he travelled with his wife and son on Wednesday. He decided to leave the aircraft. His partner is understood to have already been taken off the jet by Wilson, a private firm contracted with helping disabled passengers. The 82-year-old was left on the plane and due to be collected when he left on foot with other passengers. I've done that before now. And I certainly regretted it. It was a long walk. It took me longer than I would have waited had I been on the plane and waited. So now I never go ahead and without any help. The tragedy unfolded as on an escalator going up from the runway to a tunnel that goes into the North Terminal. EasyJet staff battled to save his life. They were first on the scene. It was around about 12:50 p.m. A member of staff came to take a woman into the airport, but the man was left on the plane. He must have not wanted to wait for the staff member to come back, so he made his own way, as you do. My last flight was 2 weeks ago, and I got left on the plane in Bangkok. Got left on the plane for about 25 minutes. Or they faffed around, and I do have a scooter, but that was not provided. I had to wait for a wheelchair. So obviously he toppled over and fell down the 194 metre. Normal airport staff had to be reminded not to help disabled passengers if they're not qualified to, even if it means passengers waiting for hours. What a load of rubbish. Shocking scenes from around the country have shown some holidaymakers forced to sleep on the floor of terminals. This is not Heathrow because I didn't have any problems with Heathrow. So obviously this is all part of the agenda, isn't it? Because it is part of the thing that I can't talk about. You will know this if you're watching the video. You will know that there is an agenda, and of course it is all about stopping you from travelling and the closure of many of the airports in the UK by 2050. It's not a myth, it's not a conspiracy, it's fact. So this is the idea. They're trying to make it as difficult as possible, including Boris telling companies to cancel all flights in the summer. So why would he do that? Well, it's on the premise of the you know what being coming back, but clearly it has nothing to do with that. There are millions of people travelling, and there's been absolutely no issue with any of it. So that is the story. Unfortunately, 82-year-old fell down the escalator and was killed. Obviously, that leaves the wife and son grieving. And I can testify to the delays and the annoyance. One time when I didn't have my scooter, I was reliant on the wheelchair. I waited for an hour and 45 minutes to go through security to my gate. Luckily, I normally leave over 3 hours to get through and check in. This time round, I had 45 to 50 minutes wait while I was being checked in because the system went down. I didn't have any problem with security, and I went through the gate, but the gate details were not put up for nearly an hour when they were supposed to be up. 11:20, they were not put up until gone midday, and the flight was due to take off at midday 30. Obviously, clearly it didn't, but that's not the point. It was actually a long way from the area to the gate. Right, that's the story. Hope you enjoyed it, and of course do comment below. And if you're watching this on anywhere else, any other platform, then do remember it is www.wrighttravel.co.uk, and you can go on there and see various videos that I've made regarding travel and accessibility. Thank you for watching, and catch you later.